Hey guys, I finally have time to make this video, so I am here for Molly's 13-month update. I don't know how often I'll do monthly updates from here on out, but she's done a ton of stuff in the past month, and so I think I'll just kind of start at the beginning. Right after she turned 1, we kicked her out of our bed and put her in her own room, in her own crib, and she's done totally fine with that. She is now sleeping in her own bed. In fact, she's sleeping there right now because it's early. It was a lot harder on me than it was on her. I think I cried more than she did. I didn't expect it to affect me that badly, but it did. I was also, of course, pregnant, which didn't help. But yeah, she is no longer in our bed. That's probably the biggest news of December, is that she's out of our bed. And it worked out well. So I think with all of our kids, if they don't leave sooner, I'm just going to wait till they're a year old, and that's when I'll move them to their crib. That's what my parents did with us, and it's what Ben's parents did with him and all of his siblings. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do 6 months, we're just gonna do a year. So anyway, she is starting to say words. She doesn't say very many yet, but I'm just kind of waiting for that language explosion. I know it's going to happen fairly soon, but she's finally really getting a grip on language. Her first word of all things is badge. It's not something simple like ball. It had to be badge. And the reason it's badge is because at work we wear lanyards with our ID card that gets us through the door and everything. And she loves to play with it. When Ben holds her, she'll play with his badge, and she says badge. Like, she doesn't say it very often, but she knows what it is, and that's the first word that she's said completely on her own without us, like, saying it first. So that's pretty much what we're counting as her first word. She also says thank you. Like, we give her stuff, she goes thanks, or like thank you, or whatever, and it's really sweet. So she knows thank you or thanks, and she also says uh-oh, like most young babies say uh-oh. And when she says oh, it's more like uh-oh. It's really funny, but she definitely uses that appropriately. All of her front teeth are in, all 8 of them. The last one, this one, finally popped through about halfway through December, and it's not fully grown, but now you can really see like all 8 of her front teeth. And I'm pretty sure she is teething her molars right now. She's been extremely fussy lately just because she's entering toddlerhood and all that. And I'm pretty sure she's teething because she'll like stick her whole fingers back and all that. So I think she's starting to get her molars, which really sucks, but I hope they come in really fast. She is starting to have toddler meltdowns. Like, I'm not talking about like tantrums, I'm talking about those meltdowns where they're just so frustrated at something and they just freak out and they are literally inconsolable. That happened to her the first time. The reason was actually really funny. She was in her high chair at my parents' house. They have a restaurant style high chair, and she had the big waffle in her hand, and she was trying to get her sippy cup off the table, and it was like too high, and then she put it and it was too low, and she couldn't juggle her sippy cup and her waffle to get the sippy cup into her mouth, and she just freaked out, like screaming, tears, just everything we tried to do just completely didn't work, and we just had to wait for her to just fizzle out. And it took about 10 minutes, and it was really freaky. It was hilarious, but really like sad, like, but I knew it was going on, so it wasn't like a huge deal. And so it is true when they say like just to like stroke their hair and stuff when they freak out. They don't mean tantrums, they mean just when they freak out like that. And thankfully she hasn't really done it too much, but it's just part of wanting to do more than she's physically capable. So as she progresses and stuff, that irritability should go away, and then she'll be a toddler, and I'm gonna deal with, silly toddler things. She is eating so much. She eats a lot. Like, she eats a lot more than I think she does. Like, she can just keep eating and eating and eating, and she eats like everything we do. She chews her food, she takes bites of her food, She knows when she has too much food in her mouth, she'll reach in and take it out. One thing that's really funny is if she's eating something and she sees something she wants more, she'll actually like spit it out or take it out and like throw it and then like reach for what we have. She always wants a bite of what we eat and we give it to her because that's just kind of how we are as a family. I haven't tried to say like, no, you can't have that, whatever. I do sometimes eat something and not share with her, and that makes her really mad because she's a toddler and she doesn't understand. But for the most part, yeah, we just like eat collectively together. And that's working well for us at the moment. She's starting to be able to use a spoon. Like she'll just like if I'm spoon feeding her something, she'll like take the spoon and like do it herself. She can't like scoop into it very well yet. I just haven't really tried doing silverware. She still primarily eats with her hands. But actually, I have a video clip of her eating cream of wheat. It's really funny because she's got the clean spoon in one hand and she's eating it with her hand in the other. So I'll insert that. Also, breastfeeding. She is weaning. There have been a couple days where she has not nursed at all. She nurses about once a day. Since I am pregnant, I'm starting to dry up. I know that I'm not dry, but definitely if I go a day without nursing, my boobs are not hard or anything, so I'm definitely, my supply is going way down, and she doesn't want to nurse as much. She still likes to nurse, and so I nurse her about once a day, maybe twice a day. But there's just not a whole lot there, so she ends up just dry nursing, which means that then she starts to chew on me, which hurts, and so I put a stop to that really fast. But she is just content just to eat regular food. I gave her whole milk a couple times, but she just doesn't want it, so I'm like, okay, fine. So I didn't push the issue. I think she drank some like 2 days, and then after that, she just didn't want it anymore. So she just drinks water and just eats food, and she's fine. Another thing that she is doing is she can climb stairs. I'm pretty sure that my sister-in-law has taught her that because we have a stairless house. We have a single floor house, but both of Molly's grandparents live in houses that have stairs. Ben's family lives in a split level house, which means that the first thing you see when you open the front door is stairs going up and down. And then my parents live in a condo and it has an upstairs to it. And I just noticed her just scale the stairs at my parents' house just so easily. And so I'm pretty sure that her aunties taught her that, which is fine with me because that means she's less likely to fall down them because she knows what they are. And she loves climbing up and down the stairs. She can go both up and down the stairs. She slides down the stairs on her tummy, so that's good. I don't want her to turn around and slide on her butt. She slides down on her tummy, and I have a clip of that. And also, probably the biggest development news this month and beyond is that she is really starting to walk. She is not like walking, I would not call her a walker, but she gets up and takes steps. She's getting more steady every day. She takes about 8 to 12 steps before she falls over. Sometimes when she starts to lose her balance, she'll kind of like curve off, so she doesn't really walk straight, but she is definitely getting used to walking. She's getting it. I don't know if I mentioned this last month or not, but she just wasn't walking and wasn't walking. I knew she could do it. And she started pulling up on me when I was standing, and then she would let go, and so I started taking a step back, like forcing her to like take a step, and she got so mad and carried on a ton, but it clicked for her, and ever since then she has been walking a lot. So I'll insert a couple clips of her like taking steps.
Oh, look at you. Look at you go. Oh, big girl. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here.
See mommy.
Come here. Come here. Yay.
So it won't be long before she is walking totally fluently, but she's still not quite there. She doesn't really stand up unless she pulls up on something, but she definitely takes steps and more every day. And so I finally got her her first pair of shoes. I went to a secondhand child baby store and I got her a pair of Robies because I heard they're really good. And they're awesome. They actually stay on her feet. This is the first pair of shoes I've ever gotten, or sock or whatever, that actually stays on her feet. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy for her to be wearing those, and I'll probably buy some more. So anyway, halfway through the month, she had her 12-month well child checkup, and the results kind of surprised me actually. She weighed 18 pounds and 10 ounces, which is 18 and a half pounds, which puts her in the 28th percentile for weight. She is tiny. And I'm not worried because someone's got to be in the 20th percentile. I mean, not everyone can be in the 50th or the 90th. So she's just a little peanut. She's so tiny. And she was 18 pounds at her 9-month checkup. So she hasn't really gained much weight, but she is 29 inches tall. She's 2'5". She's probably actually taller than that now. I'm pretty sure that she has grown since then. But that puts her at the 36th percentile for height. So she's just really tiny now. So anyway, that's about it. And I will update you guys if she walks fluently. When she walks fluently, I'll probably update you guys. And if she says like more words, has that language explosion soon. So I will talk to you guys for my next video.